Hello everybody and welcome back to another installment of Discover Hiroshima Beyond the Basics. I'm Kevin and today I'm pleased to be with you in front of Hiroshima Hondori Street, one of the main, most bustling areas in the downtown. And our mission today is to find out just how this area, as with much of Japan, remains so clean despite the fact there's very few, if not zero, garbage cans in sight. I want to find out with you today just how this is the case, so let's find out how exactly to dispose of our disposables. Let's get going together. Main commercial district in Hiroshima, known as Hondori Street. All I do see is people taking care in front of their own shops and property, cleaning the floor here prior to the business day opening. I find Japanese people are very conscientious and diligent about keeping their space clean, taking care and taking ownership of their space. Just, again, the business day opening, lots of shops opening up, no garbage from the morning nor from the previous night in sight. Where is it all going? We're still on the lookout. Maybe we should check out some of the back streets, maybe a street over is where some of this garbage, as you can see, just a street off of the main Hondori, covered arcade street. This is a really busy area. There's gotta be a garbage can. Bear with me for a moment, guys. There's no garbage anywhere, but there's also no garbage can this way. Perhaps this way. There's gotta be. Where's the garbage? Still looking for the garbage cans, but I can't find even one. I also can't find any litter around this area. It just doesn't add up. I know people have garbage. They have to. What are they doing with it? I thought maybe a few streets off there'd be at least a little bit of litter, if not garbage cans. Maybe this is the street. Maybe the garbage cans are just invisible. Maybe that's the issue here. Or rather, the garbage is. So walking through the main Hondori arcade street, ran into a friendly face. Nice to meet you, man.
How's it going, Kevin?
Good. So my question for you, Riley, is when you and your mates are around here and you do buy something in a convenience store or whatever, how have you found to get rid of your trash?
I mean, the culture of eating what you buy at a convenience store at the front of the convenience store is handy because you just duck in and throw it in the trash cans provided. But besides that, same kind of thing with finding public restrooms. It's McDonald's are pretty good for throwing out trash as well. Or you kind of just hold on to it. Besides today, because I've left it at the hostel, but normally have a backpacking backpack, you just chuck it in there.
Okay.
So,
just until you can get to a place where it's convenient to get rid of it, whether it's the hostel or another shop or
pretty much. The only time I find it's urgent to get rid of food rubbish is if it's something that's greasy, or because you don't want to be holding on to that for too long. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, right?
Thanks,
Take
man.
care, man. Enjoy the rest of your
one.
time in Hiroshima.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Will do. Thank you.
Well, we've had quite an adventure searching for the non-existent trash and litter and finding the places around town where we can dispose of. We even asked a guest to our lovely city what he does with his trash. But if we continue following the garbage the whole way to where it will be finally disposed at the disposal plant, we'll come to a wonderful and interesting discovery, well worth your time as well. Let's go check it out. Hello everybody, we've arrived at the Hiroshima City Central Garbage Incineration Plant. An amazing building. If you told me this was a garbage plant, I'm not sure I would believe you, but apparently this wonderful structure is where a lot of the downtown garbage ends up and is properly disposed of. Let's have a look at the other direction. Follow me. There's a line, as you may see, and you may note the whole way up. This straight line actually connects the whole way with the ocean, which has this opening between two parts of the disposal factory, and the road closest to Kenzo Tange's original Peace Memorial Park design. Now, Kenzo Tange, as you may remember, was the man tasked with designing Peace Memorial Park back in the early 1950s. One of his disciples, Yoshio Taniguchi, actually created the garbage factory here, disposal plant, with his design, Tange's design, in mind, connecting essentially Peace Memorial Park and that holy area, sacred area to remember the victims with the beautiful Seto Inland Sea area and the garbage factory here at the south, meant to not block or hinder that view. Built in 2004, it really is a spectacle. Very impressive. This is an actual garbage truck as well that was previously used. Very cool. We have perfect timing behind us, everybody. You can see a few of the central city garbage trucks bringing their loads of garbage. What they'll do is carefully, and of course this will become part of the green energy process and cycle in the city. You can see the crane of the refuse pit just behind me. The trucks we just saw would have deposited their trash loads into this over 4,200 ton volume pit of garbage, which is about 1 week's worth of the incinerated trash here in the Naka incineration plant. And you can see the sheer size of the load, over 4,000 kilograms of trash in one grab of the claw. There's more garbage here than I would have thought, and the pit is barely even full. Incredible. The 4,000 kilogram load of trash will be reduced to about a tenth of that, 400 kilograms or so of ash, which is then used as part of the recycling green energy process, used to create recyclable, green, renewable energy and power the buildings in Hiroshima City. Wow, amazing. So this is another important part of the magic, particularly with the green energy, the renewable energy process that goes on in the city. This is the steam turbine generator. At maximum, it could generate up to about 15,200 kilowatts of power per hour, enough to power over 37,000 households. This entire plant's energy and light is also a result of the energy created here, which comes from the steam as a result of the process of the incineration of the garbage. Absolutely incredible. It also then is either sold to other power companies or used to power other buildings throughout the city. Wow. All right, everybody, now we have the central control room just behind me. And no, it's not a NASA control room, as I thought, but equally as impressive. This is the central control room for the garbage incineration plant here. Everything from the incinerators, where we saw the 4,000 kilograms of trash being deposited, to the refuse pits, even the docking stations, loading stations for the garbage trucks. All of this controlled automatically and manually when necessary, 24 hours a day by the experts here in the control room. Very impressive to see right up here and get a view of a lot of the places we've been fortunate enough to see today on our special tour inside the plant as well. This building also is a bastion for environmental green consumption. The production and consumption of waste and energy takes place here. From the tons of garbage that's processed and incinerated here, a lot of green energy used in public buildings throughout the city is produced just through the incineration process, the cycle of energy going throughout, powering a lot of our beautiful city. What a wonderful building, not only architecture, but the feeling and the meaning, the symbolism, and the functionalism behind it. So with that, let me show you just how to get rid of your waste when you visit Hiroshima City. All right, everybody. So when you're walking around the friendly neighborhoods of Hiroshima or other areas in Japan, one thing to be sure that you do is separate your garbage from the burnable paper garbage to the plastic bottles. Remember, even the cap, oftentimes, whether it's a vending machine next to that area or a garbage can separate, the cap has a separate place to dispose generally, and the glass bottles and cans as well. Make sure we're separating the garbage to be responsible citizens and help the recycling processes in Japan. When disposing of the plastic bottles, which you could get, of course, at a convenience store, another place, or the plentiful vending machines, the easiest way, and the most common by far, is to locate one of the garbage boxes specifically and only for plastic bottles, sometimes also the glass bottles or cans as well. You'll find them right next to the vending machines, so please feel free to use those as well. All right, guys, you may recall from my adventure today, of course, I have a bit of leftover trash that I used one of my convenient plastic bags that I could get at any of the convenience stores. I still have this. Obviously, trash that you get perhaps at a convenience store or elsewhere, you can quickly dispose of if you consume it or use it right there. There's a convenient and separate place to dispose of. But any remaining trash, as a good Japanese citizen would do, generally they'll keep in their bags and take the whole way home with them, as I've done. Now, if you're visiting, of course, our lovely city, you're not gonna have a home. But in lieu of that, maybe your hostel or hotel, That's what I'm gonna do as well. This is my hotel for today. So I'm gonna take my garbage and give it a toss into the garbage can, provided. A chocolate well eaten. The key to disposing garbage in a responsible Japanese way is to have plastic bags, da-dum, like this. As you can see, much more convenient, easy to store, and more aesthetically pleasing, really. How you can do this is what I consider a life hack that I'm happy to show you in a matter of seconds. So let me show you how it's done. And now, you can see my triangle, nice and neat on the front. The handle, now there's a place to simply tuck my handle into right here, inside my triangle. Nice and neat, and ta-da! All right, everybody, thank you for joining me today as we walk the streets of Hiroshima, the main streets, looking for trash that was nowhere to be found. But what we did find together today was responsible and efficient ways to separate our trash and dispose of it, whether it's back at your hotel room after carrying it, next to the vending machines, or the convenience stores. 3 different patterns and easy ways to, like the Japanese, Hiroshima, safe and efficiently reduce and recycle. I really enjoyed sharing the unique experience of Hiroshima's way of uniquely reducing our footprint at the reduction site as well. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to practice your origami before you come. Peace and love from Hiroshima. See you soon.